what we have here is the homeless theme. Right? Coercive Persuasion program. Remember, they use many different themes, right, to try to insinuate what it is that will happen to you, right? So yeah, look. He's looking there. Again, trying to send a subliminal message about my son, my oldest son, right? So they've been doing that since he was small, since he was little, right? Trying to, sending me subliminal messages about he's not my son and blah 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 and all this stuff, which I had to laugh at because it's one of the reasons why, again, I took a DNA test, so they can never, like I said, you got to go by the DNA test, right? So even if they're manipulated, and they should tell me all the time, well, we got control of these DNA labs, so we can do whatever we want. I'm like, okay, well, I took the test, so that's the result that came back. That's the result, right? Because I was like, you know what? Before I spend the next 21 years paying child support, let me make sure. Let me make sure. Because if it came back that he wasn't, let me tell you, nope. But then I started to think, and I was like, the state is invested in in aiding a lot of these women and trapping men into paying for children that's not theirs, right? And this is how one of the reasons why also they've gained loyalty from women, particularly, like I said, they know how to manipulate people to gain their loyalty. Corporations do it, particularly with black women, right? Like JP Morgan, all the stuff talking about, oh, we set aside $5 billion for black women investment for small businesses and entrepreneurship. Well, where's that $5 billion? Huh? Where's that $5 billion that they put aside? Right? You know what I'm saying? And any sort of government program in which black people can benefit from in terms of small businesses, what happened? White men sue, right, to say, well, there should be no special privilege for black people, right? In terms of, those money set aside. You look at the black farmers and what was done. It was during the COVID, right? White farmers got $150 billion. The government set aside $20 billion for black farmers. And what did white farmers do? They sued. They sued because, again, they don't want black people to have anything, right? You go and read the book, How White People Got So Rich, and it talks about how banks and white farmers, how they conspire to steal black farmers' land, steal their farms. Again, it's all orchestrated. This stuff is, again, you got to understand the system and how it works, particularly when it comes to black people, because, it is to our detriment, not to our benefit. And though we may see a few people who engage in certain activities, not illegal, but whether they be actors, sports stars and stuff like that, that they're just the very few. They're the very few. And what are they doing? They're not doing anything collectively, right? They're not doing anything collectively like white people do, or Asian people do, Arab people do. They don't. They've been conditioned with a high sense of individuality and selfishness, and it is the way it is. But we have got to realize what's going on with this system. A lot of us know, but we don't understand the intricate details. Particularly even here in Brooklyn, over the past 20 years, you see banks with white real estate agents conspiring to steal people's home, to turn family members against each other, so they can steal their homes. But we don't see the underhanded workings. We just like to look at shit on the surface, but we don't look deep enough. It's the way it is. That's how they condition us. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video.